Welcome back to the Mad Spideyverse. I'm Mad Spidey. Thanks once again for tuning into my channel. Today was a very... It's one of those mixed emotions sort of days. Really hectic day at work, very tired, very stressed. But, and this is a big but, I picked up one of my Grail books today. I've been paying it off for a little while. Basically, the small sort of story behind this is that this is a book I've wanted since I ever learnt about the character. I only learnt about the character basically through the movie that was released in the 90s, and as soon as I learned about this character, I fell in love with the character. I'm still speechless that I actually own this book. I'm not going to tear up, but this is a book I've wanted for a long time. I've had opportunities in the past to buy this book, but it's been... I'd say opportunity very loosely, because the opportunity was there that the book was available. You don't see this book here very often, but when you do see it, it's like right up here. It's ridiculously priced over here. Like I know I've heard of stories of people over in the States, obviously buying this book rather, luckily finding it somewhere, and, I know one particular YouTuber that found this book very, very cheap, but I've never been able to find this book over here very cheap. I'm just ecstatic to actually own this book finally. He has been one of my favourite characters away from the Spider-Verse for quite a few many years. I've been trying to slowly build up my collection of his books, but unfortunately you don't even find, the $1, $2 books over here very often. So, once I come across them, I will buy them, but yeah, don't find them very often over here. But this is the ultimate book for this particular character. There's only one or two people that sort of know that I was paying off this book. But yeah, it is one of my big books on my comic wish list. So I suppose I'd call this video, comic wish list update. I'd be able to actually scratch this one off my comic wish list, which I'm very, very ecstatic to have. As you can see, it's in a slab. Unfortunately, over here, you got to take what you can get. I don't care that it's in a slab. I will crack the slab. People will cry if I crack the slab, but I don't really care, because this book is for me and me only. I'm trying to make sure, because obviously it's written on the top there as well. But yeah, I pretty much... There was, I've mentioned before quite a few times that I delve into the Facebook comic book groups that are over here in Australia, and obviously, I've missed out on a good lot of opportunities to buy stuff because I've been outbid, or it's just, started off way too big. This particular book was actually done by a guy in Melbourne. He listed about, I can't even remember, to be perfectly honest, it was about 20 books. It wasn't a lot, but they're all slabbed and they're all big books, and nearly every single one of them I wanted. And I thought, I don't have that kind of money to, I pretty much said to him, look, is it all right if I'm able to pay it off? And luckily we had a mutual friend in common, and he said, look, my friend Alex, obviously that, seeing him, I'll allow you to pay it off. I can trust you with that. And there was some big books in this lot, and I wanted to get nearly all of them I needed, but I had to limit myself to one book, try to be smart about it, try to be safe about it, and well, not necessarily safe, but sort of don't be stupid and just go, oh yeah, I'll buy 10 grand worth of books, give me 2 years to pay them off, because just people aren't going to do that. So luckily enough, I picked one, stuck to it, I won it in the auction, and yeah, And now I finally have it today in my hands. And yeah, I'm glad I finally have it. So I've waffled on enough. Here's the book. Tomb of Dracula number 10. The first appearance of Blade, the Vampire Slayer. So yes, it's in a 4.0. As I said, I've always been a low grade is better than no grade person. Like, I wouldn't have cared if this was a 0.5. As long as the book is complete, you know, so I can enjoy it for me, I wouldn't care. Yeah, as I said, if it was a 0.5 or a 9.9 or whatever like that, obviously I wouldn't be buying this at a 9.9 because it'd be like squillions of dollars. But still, a 4.0 is still a pretty good grade for this age of book. And obviously I'm not paying, you know, $10,000 or whatever for something in the nines. So, which I wouldn't want to do anyway. So that is it. Tomb of Dracula number 10. Finally own this book. Like, seriously, I reckon I've wanted this book for probably 20 years, maybe even longer. Never had an opportunity to find it. Obviously, back, you know, 20 years ago when it might have been a $100 book over here. Never saw it. I've only ever seen this book probably, no word of a lie, I could probably say maybe 5 to 10 times over here in Australia. And obviously this was the lucky last time I saw it, and I snapped it up. So yeah, Marvel Comics, done in 1973. Tomb of Dracula number 10. Marv Wolfman's story. Gene Colan, Jack Abel art, Gil Kane and Tom Palmer cover. First appearance of Blade the Vampire Slayer. 4.0 off-white to white pages. So yeah, thank God I finally got this book. Like, obviously there's a lot of big books I still want, but this is one of those ones that's but certain particular books have just eluded me. I haven't been able to have the chance to get them, and now I finally do. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for letting me waffle and have a bit of nostalgia and, you know, lower my heart rate a little bit. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for, subscribing. Thank you for following. Obviously, hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment if you wish. And hopefully I can knock off some more of my books on my comic book wish list in the time to come. So, yeah, thanks once again. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and Spidey out.